What's up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for TV. All right, so before I get into this video, I want to give a big shout out once again for the man, the myth, the legend, the brother Robert Mason coming through once again with the donation of $5 to Too Raw for TV, aka Too Raw for Sports. All right, once again coming through showing love. I truly appreciate it. And thank you for all of you guys who have shown love to Too Raw for TV, aka Too Raw for Sports. All right, you know what I'm saying? Whether it's a penny or whether it's $100 as far as donation, I truly appreciate it because that's your hard-earned money, and to donate it to a platform like mine is truly an honor. So I want to get on to this situation with Brett Favre. Michael Rapaport went in on Brett Favre. I mean, he totally eviscerated Brett Favre for his, quote, alleged nefarious deeds when it pertains to literally stealing money that was meant to go to needy families in the state of Mississippi and using it for his own selfish purposes. And people are trying. Look, I'm gonna tell you what really gets me, man. There are a lot of people. I'm even seeing it in my comment sections. People are trying to. They're not trying to justify what he did, but they're trying to make it sound like, well, you know, everybody's doing it. I mean, look, he's not the only one. I mean, look, I mean, it's wrong what he did, but at the end of the day, I mean, is it really affecting our lives? Now, these same people who say that about Brett Favre stealing money from people that actually would be affecting their lives, you know, seriously, people who, you know, kids that have a 28% poverty rate in Mississippi, 40+% poverty rate for black children. Yeah, stealing, not saying that he stole this entire amount, but the whole cabal that includes Brett Favre, former governor, former wrestlers, etc., stealing almost $80 million that was supposed to go to the poorest families. Yes, that's having a huge detrimental effect on these children's and these families' lives, period. No spin, no type of Stretch Armstrong bending a fabric of reality, no mind gymnastics. It's fucked up what he did, and as far as I'm concerned, it's criminal. If he's found guilty of doing this shit, it is criminal. And not only that, there's something else this scumbag did that broke today. I'm gonna do a video about that. If all of this shit is true, I don't know about taking him out of the Hall of Fame, all right? Because I'm not one of these persons that jumps to that. Because if you want to jump to that, then there's a lot of people in the Hall of Fame who should be taken out for being wife beaters, alleged murderers, KKK members, all types of shit, okay? But I tell you one thing, it's making it look a lot more. I'm going to tell you something. If I'm Pete Rose right now, I'm smiling. I'm smiling real hard because Major League Baseball took me out of the game for betting, okay? Major League Baseball took me out of the game and made me ineligible to go in the Hall of Fame for betting. And this guy did something that is so despicable to me personally. I mean, I'm not even talking about the families, man. Children. Do you understand me? Children. You have to be a complete sociopath to do that. Children. Going to bed hungry at night. Even if you want to blame the adults, okay? Even if you want to blame the adults and say you're reckless, you shouldn't have had children, even though you don't know these people's lives 10 years ago. They may have been financially straight, but the Great Recession ruined their fucking lives. It ruins our lives too. White people aren't the only one affected by bad economies. Matter of fact, the old saying, when white people have a cold, we have pneumonia. The Great Depression affected us even more so than white people. White people had a 15 to 20% unemployment rate during the Great Recession. We had a 30 to 40 to almost 50% unemployment rate during the Great Depression. Excuse me. So that's why a lot of black people switched from voting Republican to Democratic, because the economic policies, the New Deal, was very popular to black people. It kept a lot of black families literally alive during the 1930s. So that's why black people switched allegiance in droves from voting 70% Republican in the 20s to 60 to 70% Democratic in the 30s and 40s. All right, so yes, to take monies that were supposed to go to needy families, no matter what color you are in the state of Mississippi, and use them for these pet projects. What do we do to politicians that do shit like that? We put them in fucking prison. I don't give a damn how well this motherfucker threw a football. I don't care how much of a hero he was on the field. You have to separate the two. You guys don't have any problem doing that with O.J. Simpson, right? If he did do that shit, and by the way, he wound up going to prison any fucking way, so karma's a bitch. But if he did this, put his ass in fucking prison. And even though I don't always agree with Michael Rapaport, and he be on some bullshit sometimes, on this situation, he's 100% right. Put this man in prison if he's guilty, along with the other co-conspirators of this terrible crime that was committed on the state of Mississippi